I purchased the Hellcat Supercharger, and that fell through. And I like about 6 months ago, I caught wind that Whipple was coming out with a 3-liter. So I've had this for a few months now. It's been cold, so I didn't want to install it. Gives the back a little bit of flavor. So I think at some point we're gonna address this little baby spoiler, but I think the louvers are gonna look good. Now they're not permanently on there, so when I hit the drag strip I can just take it off and I'm good to go. All right guys, so we're gonna meet up with Motorfire today. He has the Pro-Charged Camaro SS. We're going to do a little bit of highway fun and probably just talk about cars. So with that being said, let's get into it, guys. So you want to pop the hood and take a look at that Pro-Charger? It's treating you good? No belt slipping or anything anymore? What, you had a boost leak, right? Or was it a belt slip? I forget what the issue was.
It was initial belt slip, but we changed the belt. That's it.
Yeah.
It was 1, 2, 3.
And no issues since then?
No issues since then.
You got it on like what, 5 months ago or something like that?
No, I've been Pro-Charged almost a year and change.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay. But you haven't been able, well, we've been on lockdown and
yeah, I haven't hung out with you in a while, man.
Yeah.
I think the last time I hung out with you, I just did it. And that was about a year and change ago, around March.
We got to go to ATCO together.
Oh, dude, I've been dying to. You have no idea, man. I haven't been to the drag strip in so long. I haven't even figured out what it could do. I have no idea. Speculation somewhere in the 9.
Yeah.
Probably a 9.7, 9.8.
That's badass, man.
But hopefully, you know.
So is there any regrets going centrifugal over like a positive displacement or anything like that?
Not at all.
No?
It fits me, fits my personality. I like the sound. I love the way it performs. It doesn't heat soak or anything. It just literally, it's such a simple blower. Okay. You know, for the amount of power it gives you, it really is a simple blower. You know, I feel like the twin screw is more complicated because it's actually on the engine itself. You replace the manifold, all that good stuff. And in twin turbos, you get more power out of it, but it's a little more complicated of a setup. Yeah. This is just literally, dude, you take the blower, you slap it onto the engine, and it's literally right there. Like it's just piping. That's it. Piping. It goes. The more complicated thing of this was the meth. That's like, this was more complicated. Configuring all this. This took longer to do than installing this. But what about you, man? When are you gonna do something?
It's been a while, right?
It's been a while, man. What are you doing? You got a fully custom built engine.
I think
you're ready. Can you pop the hood real quick? I haven't seen it in such a long time.
So I was gonna go with a Hellcat Supercharger. I purchased the Hellcat Supercharger, and that fell through. Okay. And I like about 6 months ago, I caught wind that Whipple was coming out with a 3-liter.
Sure. Dude, this engine bay is just insane.
But like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I wasn't gonna say anything, but
you gotta fill it with something. You have to. I ended up purchasing 2 turbos, and they're Borg Warners. So 67 millimeters. So they're pretty big guys. And the twin turbos in this?
Yeah. So what do you call it? My friend over at RZT Performance is installing it.
Oh my god, it's gonna be nuts, man.
So I'm saying each one of these bad boys is good for 850 to 1,000.
Okay.
So roughly on paper, it's anywhere from 1,800 to 2,000 horsepower worth of turbos that I'm putting on here.
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
Because we're gonna take advantage of the fact that the motor's stroked. And
I like
forged, we're gonna take full advantage of all that.
All right.
So
we're gonna slap 2 of these bad boys in there.
2 of these bad boys.
I think the only limiting factor at this point would be the fueling system. I might have to upgrade the fueling. And
drivetrain probably.
Yeah, I think at this point, maybe 12 to 15 pounds. I want this thing on pump gas. I want to be able to.
You want to be a pump warrior.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same exact way. I hate the 85. Like the methanol that I have is really easy because it's tuned to only come on when it's under really heavy boost.
Yeah.
So a 5-gallon pail of meth lasts me 3 to 4 months, and I daily drive it every day. So it goes to show how much I use. So I'd rather go that route. It's easier, it's simple, it's cheaper than being on constant E.
Yeah, it's so nice to be able to just go, okay, I'm gonna go to a meet in Pennsylvania or something, and you're not gonna be hostage to your house, basically.
I took a trip to PA recently, man, and this freaking thing, and I just was so easy, just going to the gas station, 93, boom, done. And last time I went to PA like 2 years ago, I was on E, so it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I was topped off all the way to the max, and then hope I made it without having to find a gas station. It was so stupid. I know why people do it, but that's more like dedicated.
If it was more common, there was E85 stations, I would 100% consider it, but no thanks.
For me, this was always, my car anyway was more like a street strip, not a full strip. So I wanted to have that ability to just go somewhere, fill up, and go. And at the same time, if some asshole like a Mustang or something pulls up next to me, I can still rock full power, no problem. That was my goal. Hey,
a little demon action there.
Literally your car in the Challenger. But yeah, so that was my idea, so I get it. I agree with you 100%.
But I also think that if I kept this at around 12 to 15 pounds of boost, it would be okay for the transmission, it would be okay for the drive shaft and everything.
This is an 8-speed.
This is an 8-speed.
Oh yeah,
so
it should be fine.
I figure with the larger turbos, it's going to take a little while to spool up.
Correct.
I'm already moving, so it's going to be a little bit less stress torque-wise on the whole car.
Yeah, off the line, I don't think you're really going to have a lot of drivetrain like kind of issues.
Yeah.
Honestly, because like you said, by the time you're getting in the boost, you're probably already past your 60 foot. Maybe
exactly.
Your 80.
See, I'm not worried about the engine. Yeah. I'm worried about the rest of the car. That's going to be the limiting factor of boost. So, I have to find that happy medium where, I'm not going to be breaking things every time I do an acceleration, So, a lot of people are probably going to be disappointed with the numbers, but I'm keeping it safe, man. So.
At the end of the day, it's your car, man. You got to pay the bill if something breaks.
I'll tell you, this stuff gets expensive when you start breaking things. No, thank you.
I saw the engine out of my car, man. Like I know how it feels. Engine, transmission. I saw everything out of my car.
Yeah.
I tell you, man. That first time I popped the hood and there was no engine in it, my heart dropped. Man.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's not fun.
It's not.
It's not fun when your car is down and out, and you know
what? It was down for 2 months, and now it's running for a year and a half at 800 plus wheel horsepower.
Yeah, and you probably don't even want to touch it. You just love enjoying it, right?
The way it is,
yeah.
Man. How many cars on the road are really going to be able to handle that?
That's why I honestly, like, they're telling me I could go 1,000, 1,300 wheel horsepower, and I'm like, I just want 800 wheel horsepower. Yeah, that's way more than I can even handle at this point, it's too much, man.
Because that's how I see it. I see it as how many people are going to pull up next to me and realistically going to be able to beat me. It's not.
No.
It's not.
If a red eye came up to you, you'd walk it.
It would not win. And even a demon from a roll probably won't win.
No.
So it's like, honestly, it's not worth it.
There comes a point where it's too much. It's too much power.
Beat the car, they deserve to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have it, like let them have it.
Exactly.
It's fine. I don't got to win every race.
No, definitely not. There's always someone faster. I want my car to accelerate and not end up on the side of the road.